Hey besties. Hey y'all. Alright, you guys. If you're new here, what's poppin', what's good? It's your girl Carla, the Cosmic Phoenix. I know y'all ain't seen me in a little minute. You ain't seen me in a little while. But that's because y'all, I've been doing some deep motherfucking shadow work. I have been doing some shadow work, y'all. When I not a little bit of shadow work, I'm talking deep fucking diving. All right. If you're new here, hey, I am your favorite motherfucking spiritual coach, spiritual guide, goddess oracle. I also teach the girlies how to start their own digital businesses online, sharing their content, getting paid from their content, monetizing their knowledge, and turning it into coins. I don't want to say coins, but turning it into profitable income, okay, that you can start to generate income online, sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, your information, your good vibes, your good energy, your skills, your talents, your spiritual gifts, all of that, all right? I do have a monthly mentorship that you can join. All right, the monthly mentorship is still going on. Shout outs to Master Queen, one of the girlies. Let me know that she finished her first ebook. It's a chakra journal. Okay, so the girls is working. All right, and I'm super proud. I love that. Okay, so congratulations to her. So y'all, this is a cosmic chat session. If you're new here, my cosmic chat sessions is where I essentially touch on various topics. Okay, so I'm going to share some things that I've been receiving, some downloads, some things that I've been learning and going through and navigating through on my journey. All right, so I missed y'all. And y'all, my birthday was May 10th, big 33, big 33 in the building, okay? And don't look it, all right? I look like I'm 20. Okay, yeah. So my birthday this year, though, was completely different from my other birthdays, y'all. I had this whole plan. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Nikki Beach. I'm going to be chilling in the cabana. Spirit was like, yeah. Spirit was like, listen, you gonna sit your ass down and we gonna do some shadow work. I was like, okay. So I sat my ass down and I was doing shadow work, child. Don't listen. I didn't even fight it. Okay, I didn't even fight it. I was a little low key, like, but then I was like, yeah, all right. So I sat down, started doing my shadow work. My spirit team got me doing classes. I'm taking classes, studying my notes, and implementing what I'm learning, and really looking at myself. Like, as spiritual beings, y'all have to do shadow work. I know I have some new booskies that's on here, some new besties that's pulling up. Welcome. Shadow work is you doing that inner work, diving deep into the aspects of yourself that is hidden, that's ignored, that you try to shy away from, that you try not to pay attention to, those emotions that you try to sweep under the rug, and facing those traumas that you try to sweep under the rug and shit like that. It's you holding up a mirror and looking at yourself and taking accountability for your actions, not pointing the finger at other people and pointing the finger at you first, okay? Looking within you first, doing that deep reflection, that deep introspection to heal what needs to be healed, address it, and not deal with it in a shameful way, okay? Not deal with yourself feeling ashamed because I'm having these emotions, or, you know, I had these experiences and feeling ashamed. And no, because shame is also a emotion that is low vibrational. So we don't want to stay in emotions like shame, guilt, fear, doubt, lack, resentment, anger, jealousy, envy, hate, grudgeful, bad mind. We don't want to stay in those energies, right? So you have to do the work to look within yourself. And a lot of times, y'all, it takes you to sit your ass down in some silence, because silence is very loud. I know it's called silence, but when you sit in silence, you hear a lot. Okay, when you sit in silence, you hear the fuck a lot. You receive a lot of clarity when you sit your ass down in some silence, okay? And that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing and learning so much about myself. Journaling, you guys. If you don't have a journal, you could click the link in my bio. I have a journal. You scroll all the way down, you'll see it. It's a super powerful journal. It has journal prompts in it. If you're someone who loves journal prompts, it's super powerful journal prompts in it. I've been journaling in my notebook, and like, you guys, journaling is a major fucking key. All right, journaling is a major key, because what happens when you start to journal, you may start journaling about one thing, and by the end of the time you finish journaling, you're on a completely different topic, dealing with different emotions, dealing with things that you didn't even realize was bothering you. And now you're like, oh, hold on, okay? And helping you to release like thoughts that's in your mind, okay? It's like helping you to dump thoughts that's in your mind so that you can welcome in more clarity, all right? And journaling, journaling reveals a lot, all right? So I tell my clients all the time, I tell the girlies, I tell the besties, even men, to the men that watch my channel, my page, my social medias, because I know y'all out there, hey y'all, get you a journal and make sure that you guys are journaling your emotions, okay? Connecting to your divine feminine, your feminine energy does not mean that you're being gay or that you love man. This is, you know, for the Caribbean men them. You love man, it no means say you love man, it no means say you this and that, okay? It's you tapping into your feminine energy that is uniquely, innately, naturally within you, okay? It does not mean you being more female. When women say tap into your feminine energy, it doesn't mean for you to be more female. It means for you to tap into your intuition, tap into your feelings, your inner emotions. How are you feeling? Connect to those feelings, trust those feelings, trust those instincts, okay? That's you tapping into your feminine energy, all right? And we have masculine and feminine energy as both male and female, all right? So it's super important to connect to this energy because it is within you, all right? So now we're gonna jump into some topics for the cosmic chat session. If I'm speeding through this, y'all, I don't mean to speed through this, but I have a lot to cover, and I want to make it as concise as possible. I don't want to make it long and drawn out. For more of my trainings and teachings, you could pull up in the mentorship, okay? My Lux Girl Digital Mentorship. I teach you about content creation, how to edit content, how to create content that is in alignment with your soul mission. When you book a one-on-one consultation with me, you can get a astrological natal chart reading with me, and this is when I actually dive deep into your chart, looking at key placements on your natal chart that help to give us clarity on what it is that you're here to do, your purpose, your mission, the work that you're here to do, all right? And then I give you a strategy as well that you can start to implement that's specific and tailored to your energy, all right? I also look at your numerology. I look at a lot of things, and then I give this to you in a pre-recorded video that is with our one-on-ones. In my monthly mentorship, you will have access to ask me questions. You receive exclusive content, teachings. I have over 25 in-depth trainings in the monthly mentorship teaching you how to create digital products from scratch, you guys. And I'm not the person that's just going to tell you create the content, or yell at you why you're not creating content. I'm going to say, okay, let's take a look at this. What chakra is it that is imbalanced? Where is the challenge? Is it connected to a trauma? Why you don't want to speak? Why you feel like you look at various things. I look at you holistically. I will recommend herbs to you. I will recommend crystals to you, techniques and strategies that you can do, okay? Because your spiritual growth, your spiritual evolution is key. It is number one when you're working with me. I'm not like other content strategists that are just gonna tell you just create the content, Now we gonna dive in and deal with these traumas, start to heal, face these shadows that we have, all right? Do this inner healing work, because once you start to do that inner healing work, your outer expands as well, all right? We are spiritual beings first, and our work is spiritual first, all right? So also, yeah, let's get started. It feels good to be back. I missed y'all. I've been learning so much, you guys. I've been doing a lot of like releasing, crying, releasing, letting shit go, because as always, the baggage can't go with you to the next level, right? And opening up space in my heart chakra to be able to give and teach in a more abundant energy, you know, at a more abundant level. All right, so let's get it popping. So I want to talk about the importance of being yourself. I do have notes here on my iPad. So I want to talk about the importance of being yourself and standing and being in your truth, you guys. It is so important for y'all to show up, and not only show up, but be authentically you, all right? Be yourself, because I'm telling you guys, when you pull up and you be yourself and you stand in your truth, trust me, that confidence is like ricocheted throughout the ethers, throughout the universe, throughout the world, like it's felt, right? And what happens is now you inspire others to be themselves, right? To say like, okay, this person does this and, you know, they be themselves. Well, I like to do that too, and I didn't want to say I like to do that because I was worried that people's gonna say this and that about me, but you know what I'm saying? But as you step into your confidence, y'all, and I also help you with confidence. If you need help with confidence, increasing your self-worth, self-value, this is all internal work, all right? And so it's so important to have unshakable confidence. And we go through a lot of things. We have experiences, situations, people that we make contracts with and agreements with to treat us certain ways, you know, do certain things to us so that it can wake up this dormant energy within us, to activate us to step into our power, to activate us to speak up our truth, to speak into who we are, to be confident and to stand in our power unapologetically, okay? So it's so important to start to work on your confidence. Your confidence is so important. Y'all hear me all the time saying your confidence is key, because it is. If someone could take your confidence from you, if they could snatch your confidence from you, if they could snatch your idea of self-worth from you and turn it into whatever they want you to think is your self-worth, then that's you giving your power away, right? But you have to know how powerful you are, and you have to be confident, right? And it takes a lot of work. It's not just saying I'm confident. No, you have to really feel it within you, all right? And this takes deep internal work, all right? Because our confidence has been belittled, we have been devalued, and so many things. So you have to literally do the work, you know, to help to build up your confidence. And some things that you can do is affirmations and recording your affirmations. I am beautiful, I am divine, I am power, I am strength, I am courage, I am that I am, right? You say these affirmations on your phone. You can record it on your phone and listen to it over and over again. So this is you reprogramming your subconscious mind, and you create your reality from what's in your subconscious mind, all right? And so that's some things that you can do, techniques to begin to start to heal that confidence, that inner confidence, okay? And when you're doing your soul mission work, you're going to know, because as you're doing your soul's mission work, you guys, as you're working in your purpose, you're going to start to heal a lot of things about yourself, all right? I know for me, when I'm doing my work, when I'm doing this work, I heal so much within myself. Even my clients that I work with, they inspire me and help me to heal things within myself. So you're going to know when you're doing your work, when you're walking in your purpose, okay? So I want to say these are some things that I have been learning lately. So number one, my previous post where I was talking about past lives. Yes, for those of you who are new here, reincarnation is real. If you're a spiritual being, like, this is not your first lifetime. You've lived many, 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 many previous lifetimes, okay? And I want to say alternate lifetimes, all right? You've lived many times before this, all right? And so you may hear me say in a past life or in an alternate life, this is me, this was me, or this is what I was doing, right? And so we can receive information about our past lives that we have lived, right? Maybe you was alive during ancient Kemet. Maybe you was alive during Atlantis. Whenever you existed in that alternate life, you have that information within you, Okay, you have this information within you that you can begin to tap into and connect to your higher self. Okay, so your soul is your higher self. Your soul is your higher self. So our higher self consists of all of the past lives that we've lived, all of the times we've reincarnated and tried to get this shit right. Is your alternate lives, or what's called your past lives. Okay, this is your higher self. Okay, your soul. All right, and so when you're tapping into yourself, right, that's why we say everything is within you, because you've lived so many lives that you have so much information, knowledge, and wisdom already within you. So you connect to what is within you. All right, and I know for me, I would always ask the question about who was I in a past life? Who was I in a past life? And it finally started to come to me. I would get synchronicities, messages, dream messages as well. I'm very big on telling you guys to pay attention to your dreams and decode them. All right. So I will say that that is in regards to my previous post about like a past life and things like that. So if you have any questions about anything that I say, you guys can leave the comment below, or you can send me a DM or pull up in the mentorship, book a one-on-one. Okay, and I appreciate y'all love and support. I love you guys. So all right, you have to be willing to be completely honest with yourself, 100% honest with yourself. You guys, you have to be 100% honest with yourself. Be vulnerable. Do not shit yourself. Do not lie to yourself. Do not kid to yourself, because I'm telling you right now, your soul, the universe, these energies will not allow you to lie to your motherfucking self. All right, and number one, you are a God, right? God is within you, therefore you are God. So there's no need for you to lie about anything. All right, when you lie about shit, that is you saying like you're afraid. There's fear, and God doesn't know fear, right? So period, you need to be 100% vulnerable with yourself. Let your guard down, be vulnerable with yourself, remove the masks, because a lot of times we walk around with masks. And remove the mask, because a lot of times we build up these masks, these characters, these egos, to protect ourselves in this world, to be able to move around in the world, right? Which a lot of times we have to do, right? So you have to remove the mask and be honest with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Everything around you is a reflection of you. Everything around you is a reflection of you. I'm gonna say that again. Everything around you is a reflection of you, down to the people you keep in your circle, down to your environment, down to everything. Finances, everything is a reflection of you. All right, and a reflection of where your mind was maybe a couple of years ago, months ago, things like that. That's why you have to keep your mind, your vibrations high, keep your thoughts high. Your mindset is so key to transform your mindset. All right, and I'm not speaking from a place of being everything is perfect and dandy and unicorns and shit, but I keep my vibrations as high as possible, right? Creating this new reality for me. I don't care how delusional it looks, because I done seen shit that nobody can tell me is not some divine, spiritual, powerful shit, right? Me being here is an example of that, period. Miracles, right? And you being here watching this is a miracle too, because a lot of people don't even care to tap into this type of information, but something is magnetizing you to me, right? And it's the information. This is already within you. I'm reminding you, all right? So you have to be 100% honest and vulnerable with yourself, right? Spirit will check your ass. I'm not gonna hold you. Spirit will G-check you. Spirit is real gangsta. These energies is you get real gangsta. They will check your ass real quick. All right. So be honest with yourself, right? Be honest with yourself. We spoke about the power of silence, sitting in solitude, sitting in silence. Okay. Relaxing the monkey mind. Your mind wants you to do 1,001 things, and you need to sit down and just listen a lot of the times. Once you sit down and listen, you gain a lot of clarity, okay? A lot of clarity. A lot of your answers will be revealed. A lot of your questions will be revealed with answers to you, okay? So another thing I've been learning is you have to look at the patterns to see what spirit is reflecting back at you. So you may see yourself continuously getting into certain types of relationships or certain types of friends, attracting certain experiences over and over again. And you're like, what the fuck? I just dealt with this. It's something that is being reflected back at you for you to heal, for you to correct, for you to address, for you to face, for you to fix. Once you do that, then boop, 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 you move up to the next level, right? When you learn, right, from these experiences, you learn the lesson. Your spirit team gonna circle back to make sure that you learn the lesson. Yeah, so your spirit team is gonna circle back to make sure you learn the lesson. All right, so implement what you're learning. Okay, implement what you're learning. So if you're noticing you keep seeing the same, experiencing the same things, the same type of relationships, the same type of situations, it's because something is being reflected back at you that you need to address. All right, right? And you do the work to address it. You want to get to the root cause. Okay, you want to get to the root cause of what it is, right? So another one is to control your emotions. Once you learn how to control your emotions, you guys, when you learn how to control your emotions, because high emotions will have people, especially like high emotions of like anger and shit, will have people doing wild shit. I've been there, speaking from experience. Okay, you have to learn how to control your emotions. All right, once you control your emotions, you gain power over yourself, over any situation, experience that is trying to like have you act out of character. Okay, and really, if something can get you to act out of character, it means that you want to look and see why that emotion was even there in the first place to have you act out of character. All right, don't point the finger at the person and say this person did this to me and that's why I snapped on them. No, you look within yourself. Point the finger at you first, right? So control your emotions. You can't control how people react to you. However, you can control how you react to them. Okay, control your emotions. Do emotional grounding. All right, you want to take deep breaths. Take a couple of deep breaths. Maybe you need to take a walk. Okay, count to 10. Ground your energy. Take a bath, take a shower. All right, focus your energy on what matters. All right, y'all. Another one is implementing personal boundaries. Implement personal boundaries. Okay, y'all, don't have people disrespecting your boundaries. All right, you create your boundaries and you stand on those boundaries. All right, once you don't play about you, people will not play about you either. And if they do, like I said, you control your emotions, you control your universe, what is going on within you. All right, and then you have the power to control energies outside of you. Like when you walk into a room, you have the power to demand authority with your confidence, right? Okay, and I know you guys are gonna hear a lot of people, or have heard a lot of people saying, do the work, do the work, do the work. And you may be like, well, what the fuck is the work? That's you doing your shadow work, you doing your inner healing work. Like I explained, shadow work, going within yourself, addressing these traumas. Okay, it could be things from childhood, right? Facing these traumas, healing them, dealing with your emotions, facing your emotions, anger, resentment. Okay, facing these emotions and overcoming them, right? And when you learn these lessons from your experiences and situations, now you want to take time to actually integrate what you've learned within your being. So that may mean that you need to sit down, like I said, in solitude and reflect, do introspection, and really ensure that it's integrated within you. Whether you got to write the lesson down on notes and review it every day, ever so often, do that. And trust me, like I said, your spirit team will circle the block to bring a situation, experience, something on your path to see if you learn that lesson. Okay, so you want to make sure that you learn the motherfucking lesson. Okay, so you're not going in circles. All right, and then you get to the next level and you spiritually ascend. Okay, so one thing I want you guys to do, something that you guys, the other day, this was last week Monday, today is May 18th, this was last week Monday, I saw something so beautiful. Like, y'all, I tell you guys, I be seeing the most magical shit, and I know y'all do too. I was sitting in my room, I finished making my breakfast, and then I went in my bed and was eating my chia pudding. I know I love my chia pudding. Was eating my chia pudding, and something told me to look out my window. When I looked out my window, I saw a bird I've never ever seen before in my life. It walked past my window. It was on the lawn. It was a white bird with like an orange beak. It wasn't a duck. It wasn't an ibis. It wasn't none of those. I know those birds. And if you've been following me for a minute, you know I love birds. I even have a little bird tattoo here. I love birds, okay? So it just walked past, and as by the time I was about to grab my phone, it flew off, and I was like, it was just, you could feel its presence, that it was something fucking divine. It was a message from the spiritual realm, because the spiritual realm will send you animal messages, send you all types of messages, right? And so I started to look it up, and it was a heron, which is Heron. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing the name of the bird. And it is such a fucking beautiful bird. I've been here in Florida for about 3 years now. I've never seen this bird before. Y'all know I'm always outside and shit. I ain't never seen this fucking bird before. I was like, holy shit, right? So that let me know that I was vibrating super fucking high, because I ain't never seen that fucking bird before in my life, child. And I was just so excited. It was so beautiful. And what I got from it is that it came in an unexpected place at an unexpected time. And when you see things like that, or you have experiences like that, you want to take into account, maybe you had a question before that, maybe you were thinking about something right before you seen whatever animal or received whatever message it was. It's the spiritual realm answering you, okay? And something that I learned from that is the same way how I looked at that bird, how magnificent it looked, how beautiful it looked, how divine it looked, how majestic it looked, how mesmerizing it looked. Spirit was telling me that that's how I want you to see yourself. This is a reflection of you, right? That's how I want you to look at yourself, because a lot of times we look at ourselves and think small, when Spirit really needs us to think big, because we really big spiritual giants, you understand? So Spirit is like, I'm gonna show you, like, I would ask, like, show me who I am, show me my power and things like that. And I had to change my perspective on how Spirit will start to show me my power, right, in different ways. And that was one of the ways, because Spirit is saying, this is a reflection of you. Do you see how you were so mesmerized and captivated when you saw this bird? You knew it was something magical. You knew it was something divine. You knew it was majestic. It was so graceful, full of poise, beauty, elegance. That's you. That's you. That's how you see yourself. All right. And it was super powerful. So I started to do an exercise. I created this exercise. I want you guys to try it out. Okay, this is for the men too. Try this exercise out. I want you to think of the most beautifulest animal that you can think of, right? And I want you to write down the characteristics of this animal, everything about the animal, from how it looks, how it makes you feel, the emotions, everything. Okay, and then I want you to read it back to yourself, what you wrote. Read it aloud and read it and think of it as you talking about yourself. Super fucking powerful. So that's what I did. I wrote down characteristics about the heron, and I read back the characteristics that I wrote. I wrote down it was beautiful, it was majestic, it was captivating, it was divine. I could tell it was a message from the spiritual realm, spiritual messenger, beauty, poise, gracefulness, okay, high vibrational energy. And then I read it back to myself as if I was speaking, not as if, I read it back to myself as I was describing myself. So if you're someone who has trouble viewing yourself as how big you are spiritually, and this is not to gas niggas, this is an exercise that can help you, okay? All right, so I want you guys to try that exercise out. Let me know if it helps you. And also, when you see sacred animals like that, I want you guys to start to Google the characteristics of the animals to see what is the spiritual meaning behind the presence of the animal coming to you. A lot of times the animal is reflecting something to you, is giving you a message. All right, so that's one thing that I love to do when I see animals. I go and look at the characteristics of the animal to see what spirit is trying to let me know. All right. And so such experiences are often viewed as more than a mere coincidence. Okay. They can be interpreted as spiritual signs, y'all, okay? Inviting us to pay attention to the messages the universe might be sending our way. Rule number 1, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Rule number 2, nothing is random, all right? So I want you guys to also remember that your peace, inner peace, nobody can take your peace from you. And you should not depend on people to bring you your peace. Your peace comes from within you. It could be so much chaos going on around you, and you have to know that your peace cannot be disturbed because it comes from within you. So you doing techniques like breathing techniques, journaling, grounding your energy, getting outside, taking a walk, whatever it is that you have to do to maintain that inner peace, that's what you do. Nobody can take your peace from you, okay? It is a state of mind. It is a state of being. It is within you. All right, so I hope y'all love this cosmic chat session. If you're interested, book a session with me. Click the link in my bio. You see all of my offerings. You know what's popping. Pull up in the mentorship. And I almost forgot, you guys. Cilantro is that girl. Cilantro is that girl. Not gonna hold y'all. Cilantro is that girl. Cilantro is a powerful herb, okay? And you can use it to cook. A lot of people use it to cook, right? So our herbs are also another form of healing, natural healing that we can tap into to heal ourselves, right? And so your herbs are also a tool, all right? So cilantro is super powerful. I don't know if you guys remember, I was in the grocery store and I was saying, let me get the cilantro because it randomly fell. Like, I was walking by, I didn't touch it, nobody was near it, nothing. It just randomly fell off the rack. And I was like, okay, Spirit is telling me to get the cilantro. So I got the cilantro. It actually spoiled, and then I had to buy another one. But I was like, let me start to tap in and see why Spirit is guiding me to use cilantro. So I started to look up the healing benefits of cilantro. It's super powerful. It has a lot of antioxidants in it. It can help with indigestion, and it can also help you to eliminate heavy metals and things like that, okay? So there was some research on it that it can help with the releasing of heavy metals. When you eat it, you have to pair it with something like an algae called chlorella. And I was like, okay, so I started to cook with the cilantro, added in my food, right? Also, if you are pregnant or if you're on blood thinners, I want you to consult your doctor, your PCP, before you know, trying this out, because if you're pregnant, cilantro can cause uterine contractions if you know, eating in a high amount. And I drink it as a tea, okay? And so it also can interfere with blood clotting medications and things like that, blood thinners and things like that. So you do want to make sure that, you know, you consult your PCP. All right. So I made a tea out of it. I used a couple of pieces of the cilantro and made a tea out of it and drank the tea. I also took a bath. I boiled it down and then took a bath with it. It is a powerful herb that you can use for heart chakra healing, emotional healing work, you guys. The cilantro is going to help to bring those blockages, those challenges in the heart chakra area to the surface. Y'all hear me? To the surface. Okay, so I did want to mention that about the cilantro. Yeah, y'all, so it really helped me like a lot. It helped me a lot. I had a major emotional release after I drank the tea and took a bath. I soaked in the water for about 30 to 40 minutes, added some pink Himalayan sea salt, a good bit of salt in there, added a couple of drops of lavender essential oil. Lavender essential oil is really a great oil that's going to help you with grounding. And so I took that bath, and when I say after I went to sleep, had a powerful dream, all right? received guidance on things that I needed to heal, and then got up, journaled, did the work, and released it. When I say I was crying, y'all know healing doesn't, y'all know. And if you don't know, healing does not look like unicorn and everybody's like, ah, no, it was like snot bubbles. I was like in the bathroom releasing a lot of emotions that was just built up and causing challenges and blockages in my heart chakra area. And so as I was releasing it, excuse my nails, y'all, as I was releasing it, I was like doing tapping. And this helps a lot, okay? It helps to move the energy. And you don't have to tap so hard. I don't, gently tap. You can also do thymus tapping. Your thymus is right here. You can do thymus tapping, gentle, right? And this will help to move the energy around so that you can actually start to release the energy, okay? And so I did want to add that in about cilantro. Okay, bye!